Hello, hello, what's going on? I know it's been a minute. I've literally been in a mental place with a lot of things in life, but I thought I'd let y'all know I'm back. And I really hope that you all enjoy what's in store. It's a new year. I've really talked about a lot of things that I want to do, but I think it's time for me to, instead of talk about it, literally be about it. Many of you have been keeping up with my blog. If you haven't, you may want to check out brite82.wordpress.com. If you want to catch me on Facebook, it's at brite82. You search for it there, or you can go to Twitter, search for me at brite82, YouTube btaylor21, Instagram brite82, literally Xbox brite82. All right, enough with the plugs, as I call it, shameless plugs. I got that out of the way in the first minute. To my friends, I want to just give a brief shout out to my morning crew who has been listen to a message, receive a quote, offer a good word, respond with a thank you, respond with a yes, say, hey, why wasn't I getting it? Things of that sort. Whether y'all believe it or not, every bit of it's appreciated. So we're gonna get right into it. I do have my title that's showing the subject at hand, which is called depression and anxiety. I'll admit that I've gone through a lot of things. I've had a lot of personal things happen to me in life, as we all have. But I feel as though this is one that I may not have personally encountered myself. However, I feel as though, based on support wise and friend wise and networking wise, this is one that I really just can look at and see it coming close to home, only because there are a lot of people around me who either have gone through it. Sorry, I'm so sorry. That was I don't know why I didn't think that through. Nonetheless, that's neither here nor there. If you hear it, you hear it. If you don't, you don't. But anyway, what I want to say is I I don't know what it is, but this year I've realized that there are a lot of my friends and or folks who I acquaint or know in my life who truly and honestly need someone to just keep them in a stable mental place to avoid reaching this point of being depressed, facing anxiety. Be on the lookout. I am verbally gonna discuss this topic, but I am also working on a blog regarding this topic. So be sure to look out for that as well. And also to kind of go backwards a little bit. If you have not done so already, please, I'm challenging you, please go check out my blog on my year review. There was a lot of success that I encountered this year. It's not even me tooting my own horn or gloating or thinking I'm better than anybody, because that's far from the case. I think personally, one thing I realized this year is that life humbled me and forced me to just slow down and literally learn to just reflect on the things that I've been able to accomplish, and just confirm to me that there's nothing but good things ahead. So that's pretty much like a key word of advice or a key piece of support to those who have gone through a lot of good things, bad things, whatever the case may be. I sat and I don't know why, like I'm kind of gonna spin off of this, but then kind of just jump right back into it. It's interesting because today somebody was online talking about the term of the Yeti, and they're like, "Oh, it's a Yeti, it's the blue microphone," and I'm like, "Okay, I know that's." Eventually, that wasn't what they were talking about, but it caused me to look, and I'm like, "Okay, let me do some pricing for a Blue Yeti," and I'm like, "Why am I constantly pricing this microphone. When I've bought this microphone from Samson, and literally this microphone has been a godsend. A lot of one of my friends who I've really not rapped with in a while has been wanting to utilize it, and it's kind of been an open discussion with that and saying, hey, if you need it, just say, look, I need a mic. You can have it, do what you want to do. As with anything in life, that's neither here nor there. But I just wanted to put it out there, coming back to my topic, that depression is a very serious topic. My friends who I deal with, or the people who I know have been going through a lot of things, I'm saying this to you now, and if you're listening, or if you know me, or if you catch this message, even if you don't know me, if you truly and honestly need somebody to discuss something with and you don't feel comfortable talking about it, I feel as though, in all fairness, that I have a pretty good ear to just spend that 5 or 10 minutes just listening. I'm not gonna, literally, I have a 0% reason to judge. A few years back when I had my apartment, literally at that time, I had what I call the open door policy, where it was, if you wanted to come by, as long as you told me you were coming in advance, come on through. I don't mind. I'm not willing to shut anybody out, because sometimes shutting somebody out from getting that opportunity to talk about something, that might be the one time that they really need someone to talk to or someone to listen. And we sometimes ignore that or forget that. So I think it's something that needs to go, that should not go unnoticed. But I really want my friends and my family and my closest connections, even my folks who I call the cool kids, if y'all listening, by all means, just understand, like, I'm literally going to make everything in my power to just be there in whatever way I can. Don't, feel at no point that I can't be there to talk to you folks about things. I just know we need somebody that we have to have as like that literal go-to person. And if you don't have them or don't absorb that moment, you'll miss out. So I just wanted to kind of hit that topic. Anxiety is a little bit of a new, I ain't gonna say a new thing for me, but it's something I'm still kind of like getting. I'm not gonna say I'm getting knowledge on it. I mean, I understand the basis of it, but as far as me personally interacting with people who have said, "Hey, I've had anxiety," beyond having the anxiety attacks or panic attacks, there hasn't been much that I've really absorbed to a major extreme regarding that. So I just wanted to just take time to really tell anybody, if you need help, by all means, ask or tell somebody. Don't sit and hold it to yourself and think that think everybody's just going to quote unquote know that you're okay. I've literally been on this earth for 33 years and my mind reading skills are pathetic. I don't know how much clearer I can state that. I think one of my biggest hang-ups and my biggest things that I've always looked at or kind of been in this big talk about is how we as people literally find this way or find this moment of just, hey, I got this plan, I got these things I want to do, but I can't do it. So let me just find a way to get in my own way. And it's literally what we do, is instead of taking on life and accepting what's presented, we spend that time in saying, okay, I'm not going to do this because I got this, this, and this. And that's fine to some extent, but you really need to understand, if you really want to get things done, you got to do them while you're here. You can't do them with that what if and with that worry. We spend more time worrying about things and not realizing, like, the more we worry about stuff, the more we're missing out on things that we really should be doing. So I'm talking openly, but I'm saying this as a general, open, just clear-cut discussion of, if it's a chance to do something, literally do it. I want this to be one of those times where is there's topics, and I really want to use Spreaker to its full potential, because I've had the program. I did a post a while back and I stopped. And I know some of my friends are like, "Well, what did you stop for? Why don't you have more you want to talk about?" And I think it was just either fear, anxiety. I don't know what it is. I think the main thing, and it's the other portion of it that I'm really going to make sure I chip at in this blog that I've got to share, is about confidence, or literally our insecurity. We have our insecurities and things that cause us a lack of confidence and causes us to say, "I don't really think this is something I should do because I don't know how everybody's going to feel about what I'm going to do." In reality, most of the people you present something to are going to support you because you're doing it. If you don't see that or don't get that, you've already missed the boat right offhand. It falls simply into that easier said than done category, but I think you have to be willing to face and know there are going to be those rough times, and there's going to be those tough phases where things are going to go great, and there are going to be those moments where you're literally going to feel as though you're fighting yourself to put the pieces together. That's what makes us as a people grow. And I know it's like, well, that doesn't really sound grammatically correct. All right, gonna throw this in there, and this is probably gonna be the easiest way for me to end this blog, or end this mini podcast that I'm doing tonight. To everyone who shares, there are some thoughts that are great. There are some messages that are right on time. I have one suggestion and one huge request. Before you share, read what a person is saying, because your YOURE, YOUR, and my favorite is there, which is THERE, THEIR, and THEY''RE. Please get those thoughts together and in line before you share them, because not everything that people post is quote unquote shareable. Yes, shareable is not a word, but just like I've joked with some of my friends, Googleable is not a word, but if you literally go on Google and you search for Bright82, anything you want to find about me is out there. So I'm going to kind of tie back into that, close this blog out, a vlog, a podcast, whatever it wants to be called, and I'm going to just end it here. I really hope you all enjoyed listening. I'm not sure if you're going to listen to this. You're probably not listening to it live, and if you are, I'm greatly appreciative. If you do have time, go back and check it out. I really want to just get back to doing some fun and creative topics that a lot of people are scared to talk about, and I feel like I need to get out of my shell and start doing it, and that's going to start here. So if you have topics, send them to me. If you have stuff that you want some input or some feedback on, send that to me as well. I may surprise you and actually know some about it, or I may have to do a little bit of research and digging to say, hey, look, I need a little bit of help because I don't know what this is. Help me, really trying to get a feel for what's what. So on that note, I'm going to close out here. I hope you all enjoy. Again, check out my blog. Check me out on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram. If you need links, by all means ask, and I'm more than willing to share. And until next time, this is BT signing out. Peace.